We're now going to make the Jenigami Trophy. This one's great for all the men, and they're actually really fascinated by how they're put together, so they like receiving cards like this. You get a main trophy section with the handles, and you get a larger trophy section that's got a little lid at the top. You then get 4 smaller sections. These two, as you'll see, have 6 holes all coming off the centre of the trophy, whereas these two have holes in various places. Now, for this particular design, we're going to have to bend the card quite a bit to get them all to fit together. Don't be frightened when doing this. I use a 160 GSM card and I find that bends quite well but still holds really sturdy once it's made. First of all, take this section with a little lid at the top and the section with the handles. And what you're going to do here is we want the middle slots at the top and the bottom of the trophy here to slot into the middle sections of this part. And in order to do this, we actually have to slot this inside the actual hole there, which, looking at the size of it, you don't think this is going to work. So what you have to do is you do actually have to bend the trophy to get it inside. Right? Then you want to make sure that the middle of the bottom slots in there and the middle of the top slots up there. Now, this one is a little tricky, but believe me, it's worth it when it's done. So there you have the actual middle sections of your trophy. Don't worry if it screws up a little, I'll show you what to do with that when we've actually completed the design. You then want to take the 2 sections that have the 6 holes coming off the centre. And what we're going to do is the middle holes, top and bottom, are going to slot over and under the middle holes at the top and bottom of the trophy here. Now again, to do this, we're going to have to slot them inside and bend so that they actually fit. I'm slotting it over the bottom first, and then I'm squishing the section with the handle and pushing it through until I can slot it in at the top. And then I'm going to do exactly the same at the other side, so the middle slots, top and bottom, go over and under the middle slots of the section with the handles. I think it's just important not to be frightened to bend the card. You're not going to rip it or break it, and if you do, it is only card. Okay, so then you end up with 3 sections going front to back and the handle section going from side to side. These final 2 sections are the last 2 bits to put on, but then they're probably the trickiest. You again have a hole, top and bottom of the centre here, and this is actually going to slot over and under the holes at the top and the bottom of this large section in the middle here. There's a hole at the top and a hole at the bottom. So this is going to have to fold and fit inside this hole. Again, I would start with the bottom and slot this through, and then squish the top down and bend it inside. Right, you then have that section on. Now, as you can see, you then have 2 holes at the bottom of this section and 2 holes at the top here. What therefore is these sections either side are now pushed up against this. What you want to do is to slot them over and under each other. So the edges on here slot underneath this hole here and underneath this hole at the top here. And the same at the other side. The bottom here slots inside and over the hole at the bottom here, and inside and underneath the hole at the top here. You then have one side of the trophy completed. We're then going to do exactly the same on the other side. So first of all, these 2 holes have to go over the outside of this middle section. So we put the top leg through first, and then we fold the rest in so that the tops slot together. We then have the holes at the bottom here and at the top here, where they have to slot inside the holes at the top and the bottom of this section that's remaining. Inside here, inside here, and the same on this side. I think this is why men are so impressed when they receive this one, because they think that some kind of engineering has taken place. If we fold the card flat in different directions, that helps everything slot together. And as you can see, you now have a trophy that folds perfectly flat or stands up. Now on the CD you get this in a gold option or a silver option or a plain white option like this that you can cut from any card of your choice. If you're unhappy with all the bends that are now left in this, what I do is I put this through an embossing machine. I actually have a Cuttlebug, and what that does is it gets it all nice and flat and nice and embossed and makes it look like a really expensive gift.